Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing today on a Saturday afternoon for the Yankee pregame show? After I just saw this lineup, I don't even know if it's worth it to watch the game tonight, but we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. How you doing, everyone? I do have a couple of notes for you, everyone. Okay, first off, Turnbuckle Talk tomorrow will debut at 1 p.m. 1 p.m., everyone. So get ready to talk wrestling. Get ready for the first unveiling of Turnbuckle Talk. So that will be on YouTube tomorrow at 1 p.m. So go over there, please, everyone. Subscribe, press notification. You'll get all information. You'll get everything just like you do here when we go on live, what we're doing. So I would appreciate it, and so will TJ. We're both looking so forward to giving you the best in wrestling information, dissecting all information. It'll be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to our debut at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Right here, everyone, some information for today. So we have the pregame show right now, and right after this at 7:30, we all go to Ken the Ugly Truth's podcast, which he's going to be doing live, the play-by-play. So that's, Ken always does a great job, and we all need to we got to support it. We have to support each other. So from here, you go to Ken the Ugly Truth's channel, and you subscribe, and you press notification. You like it, and we can keep giving you the best in play-by-play, in information, making trades, you name it. A couple of people in the chat I want to say hello to, Dev Finch and Jonathan. Just to say a few. In the chat, we have John Ferrazzo. We have Bob. We have what was that? Adem. We also have Nikki. So there's a lot of people saying hello from the email at joeyankees28@gmail.com that don't come on that definitely do not come on the chat, or can't because they're working or they're visiting or they're somewhere they just can't chat or keep doing that. So I thank you so much. And, of course, Richmond Valley Pharmacy, thank you so much. You're such a big contributor to the show. Thank you every day for your loyalty. I love it. One day, if you guys come on the chat, it would be a lot of fun. Thank you so much. CT Cards, how you doing? Hope all is well. 99/22. I know, but please, it's making me sick right now. 99/22. I'm going to give the lineup in just a couple of minutes. So right now, I want to bring on Ken from The Ugly Truth. And how you doing, Ken? Good morning.
Good afternoon. I'm doing just fine. And yourself?
I was okay until I saw this lineup that came out literally 2 minutes ago. You may or may not have it, but here we go. Paul Goldschmidt will lead off and play first base. Ben Rice will be the DH and bat second. Aaron Judge will bat third and play right field. Cody Bellinger will clean up and bat fourth. Jason Dominguez will bat fifth in left field. DJ LeMahieu will bat sixth and second base. Austin Wells will bat seventh and catch. Pablo Reyes will play shortstop, everyone. Doesn't that make you sick? And
Pablo Reyes is playing third base.
Third base. No, whatever. Same garbage. And Oswaldo Peraza will play shortstop and bat ninth. Ryan Yarborough will be the pitcher. And that is your Yankee lineup for game 2. If you want to give away the game, you might as well just give it away. That lineup is pure ridiculous against Crochet. You have Bellinger cleaning up. You have Jason Dominguez, who can't hit a lefty to save his life right now. You have Austin Wells in there, who's probably going to strike out 3 times. Pablo Reyes at third base. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And they're not playing Chaz Chisholm. So if you're going to play a lefty, the lineup makes me sick. How you doing, Ken?
I'm doing fine.
I'm glad you are. It's a joke. It's an absolute. Do they think that we're playing? They think that we're playing Colorado and we could just fool around. That lineup.
Who's supposed to be in there?
I don't know.
You say give Anthony Volpe a day off. He can't play every day. Well, you got your wish. He ain't playing.
He ain't playing.
Now you have a shortstop that's going to take his spot. Congratulations, you got your wish. Now you're going to complain about it? The lineup is the lineup. If Crochet is throwing good, we're screwed no matter who's in the lineup. If he's off the whim, our guys are hitting.
Good job,
it's
Yankee.
Up to the hitters.
Good job, Yankee brass. Great job you're doing. Awesome job. What a bench. What a bench. Complete joke. Complete joke. Absolutely a joke. You're going to tell me you're going to put this lineup against Crochet. Well, get ready, folks. Remember, Money in the Bank for WWE's on. I think that's a better choice tonight.
Well, it's a good thing that you're not calling the game, and I'm going to be the one that sits there and suffers with it. So you can watch WWE while I'm calling baseball.
Unbelievable.
Thanks for being a true Yankee supporter. Appreciate that.
I am a Yankee supporter, but not like
so that. You're going to watch WWE and not the game.
The way this lineup is. Let's go to the scoreboard right now, guys. Minnesota Twins 3, the Toronto Blue Jays 2, bottom of the 7th. The Twins have the bases loaded and 2 outs. You got to hope that the Blue Jays and Tampa Bay loses so that we don't lose the game in the standings. The Dodgers, nothing. The Cardinals, nothing. Top of the 7th. The Phillies, nothing. And Pittsburgh just getting underway. The Texas Rangers and the Nationals, nothing. Top 1. The Atlanta Braves and the Giants, nothing. Top of the 1st. Just get ready to getting underway. Miami at Tampa Bay. Kansas City and the White Sox, Houston and the Guardians, Arizona Diamondbacks and Cincinnati, all at 4:10. Later on, the Padres Brewers, the Yankees Red Sox, of course, the Angels Mariners, the Mets and the Rockies, the Orioles and the Athletics. Already completed. Chicago Cubs beat the Detroit Tigers 6-1. And in that suspended game, with the Diamondbacks and the Reds won in the final in 10, the Reds 4 and the Diamondbacks 3. So that is your scoreboard as we speak at 4:10 in the afternoon on a Saturday. And folks, the Yankees are not on at 7 o'clock. It's regular time on Fox. They will be on at 7:30. 7:30 tonight. For some reason, they're going on a half hour later. So if you go on Ken's channel, Ken will start, I believe, at 7:30 sharp. And he will definitely give you the best in the play-by-play. Ken, first of all, did you watch that rest of that Diamondback game today, or was that on?
Yes, I did, and it was horse pucky.
What happened?
There were a couple of articles written this morning. This is an example why teams should not control whether games are rained out or not. They were playing last night in the middle of a thunderstorm with downpouring rain. Pitchers could not grip the ball. There was lightning. There was nobody in the stands. And there was an opportunity for the Reds, the home team, to go up, and they could have called it a game, a shortened game with the win. But the Diamondbacks held out. Next inning, they came down, and there was so much rain coming down the broadcast, you couldn't see the damn TV. Pitchers trying to throw, off-speed pitches, couldn't get a grip on the ball. Pitch got thrown, it skated across the dirt, caught the catcher in the wrong spot. He ended up getting hurt and pulled out of the game last night. When they were panning shots, there was puddles of water in front of third and first base. So it was truly a hazard for players to be out there. Somebody could have gotten seriously hurt because, you come up with the ball and you hit it into that water. You don't know which way it's going. Right. It's not taking a true path through. And with the lightning, who the hell plays baseball with lightning? So the Diamondbacks and the Reds, of course, resumed the game today. Diamondbacks put a pitcher out there. What's the first thing he does? He walks the bases completely loaded.
Wow.
Manager pulls him out. So that's one pitcher that's burned today and for this evening's game. Bring a second pitcher in. He comes in and he actually gets 3 outs. They don't score a run. The Diamondbacks end up burning 4 pitchers in 2 innings, which won't be available for tonight's game.
Right.
And they end up losing in the 10th inning.
Ay. Wow. A lot to swallow there, but wow. I don't know.
So that's another example of a home stadium making the call and not the umpiring crew. It's going to end up costing one team pitchers and players for 2 games. It could affect how that particular team shows in the division. The Diamondbacks were on a 5-game winning streak until the resumption of the suspended game.
Right. No, you're
and
right.
They're in an alligator of a division with the Giants, the Padres, and the friggin' Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And they just lost Corbin Burns for the season. So,
they are definitely they're definitely in trouble now. They really might be sellers at the trade deadline at this point. This year just may be a wash. Maybe they just want to get stronger with some younger players down the line for next year, whatever. But now's I don't know, Ken. I can't really see them making any type of a big move there. But again, stranger things have happened. 99/22 says, if we win this game today, I will be very surprised. And CT says, wait a minute, Jazz isn't in the lineup. Is he injured? I think Boone is on drugs with this lineup. Laugh out loud. Well, the thing is that probably maybe he looked at the stats and maybe he strikes out all the time against his lefty and lefty. And Crochet is going to throw close to 100 miles an hour, and they're not going to take any chances with people that just came off the IL and all that. I mean, I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that that's true or not. 99/22 says, Jazz will probably pinch hit. Yeah, down the line, there is a possibility if they're in the game or whatever. I mean, let's face it, folks, that lineup is not going to scare anybody. Aaron Judge is in there. Okay, great. And Paul G. But other than that, does that lineup scare you at all? I don't think so. CT says Belly's going to have a good game, so is Goldie. Mark my words. Okay. All right, I believe you. 99/20 says Crochet is filthy. He struck out Soto 3 times. Well, there you go. Well, then again, that's when Soto was in a fog anyway, guys. So, hey, good afternoon, Sean Browning. How you doing? How's it going? If you checked out the lineup, what do you think of this lineup? Give us your thoughts. I really appreciate for you to say it. What your feelings are in the chat. Also,
well, Ken, here you go. Here's Jazz Chisholm's numbers left-handed lifetime. He has 500 at bats, 112 hits, 157 strikeouts.
Wow.
His batting average hitting against lefties is a 224. His OPS is 260 or 286.
Wow.
His OPS is 643. So he freaking stinks against left-handers. And a guy coming off of an oblique injury needing to swing at something like that, I don't think so.
No, not at all. And I mean, let's face it. I really knew Volpe was going to get the day off. The only thing is, let's hope that we hear good news that he'll be ready to come back tomorrow. We hope. CT says Jazz, since he's been back, is batting .500 with 5 stolen bases, 6 RBIs. I believe. I've had Jazz in there. I think he'll pinch it for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. There's nothing wrong with him. Not as far as we know. Boone's presser, he's probably fielding questions now. So if something comes up in the chat, if you see anything on X or whatever, please let us know. We'd really appreciate it. Obviously we'll take it from there. But again, the Yankees with decisions and with the bench, they put themselves. I mean, they were holding their breath with Volpe and everything. I would have thought. But then again, it's a left-handed, tough left-hander. Vivas would have been back, but it doesn't.
Yankee fans are such defeatists. Makes me sick.
And
last week when we were playing the Dodgers, we're facing Yamamoto. We got Yarbrough coming up. We got no chance of winning. Guess what? Yamamoto got his ass whooped, and the Yankees freaking took the last game of the set. Now we're facing a guy who throws 100 miles an hour. Who gives a damn? Anybody can be beaten on any given Sunday. And if you look at Crochet's record, he's 5-4. That means he already has 4 losses on the season, and he's still throwing 100 miles an hour.
Okay. Hey, Jason, how you doing? What's going on this afternoon? Thanks for coming on this morning. It was a really cool stream, and just remember, I am not Dino Bravo. Okay, just forget about that. I don't want to hear about it anymore. That case is closed. John Browning, grind it out tonight. It's just a grind out. CT cards. Dino. Yeah, I'll give you Dino, CT. I'll give you Dino. But I don't know if you saw that part of the show this morning, but they put up something where I look like Dino Bravo, who used to wrestle for the WWE. I see that smile on you, Ken. I'm waiting for you to smile on me. Go ahead. Diss me. Go ahead.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it, but you were ready to laugh.
When you said Dino Bravo, I was ready to laugh. Is it a comparable? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Unbelievable. I do have a quick stat for you. Why are we, according to, it's Yankee Empire on X, when the heck are we going to call up Alan Winans with an ERA of 0.23 in 39 innings? That's absurd. What is he doing down there? Bring him up. Well, I've been saying that for the last couple of days. For some reason, right now, maybe they think they don't need him or they don't need an extra pitcher. I have no idea. I mean, he can't do anything better than he's doing than any one pitcher can do in the minor leagues right now. And he's mowing everybody down. It's like a toy right now for him. I would love to see that. What will that translate in the major leagues? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? So you want to keep bringing up Clark Smith and saying your prayers. Okay, so let's do that then. Dev Finch goes, I love Joe and Ken. They're fighting. We're not fighting. It's a gentlemanly argument that he has his opinion and I have mine. It's as simple as that. Ken, anything interesting?
You realize that Winans isn't actually a rookie, right?
I know that. We know that.
He started out with he's been a Met and a Brave.
Right. Well, they might have found something. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
dude is 29 years old, so he's not a young guy either.
Right. But if you have those stats, wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
Well, I'm curious why he has been down in the minor leagues. I mean, you don't generally see more seasoned type players sitting down in the minors. I thought he was one of the guys we drafted. I never really looked anything up on him.
I know. I felt the same way. 99 says, Oswald Peraza, 0 for 4 today with 4 Ks. Well, that's a true fashion. Okay. Let's see. DJ, 0 for 4, 2 Ks, two ground ball double plays.
Well, 99, there's always WWE. Don't have to watch it.
Oh, my God. Now, I actually have to have 2 TVs basically in each arm, actually. I'm gonna be watching the Yankees and I'm gonna be watching WWE of course, because we have to be on Fox. We can't be normal and have a nice afternoon game and get it over with. But no, the Yankees got to be on Fox. The Yankees have to be on ESPN. It's like apple pie and Chevrolet. Come on. 99's going through the whole lineup. Wells 0 for 4 Ks. Wow. I thought I didn't have a little faith. You guys wouldn't be a bit surprised if Crochet had 15 Ks tonight. Well, he might have 15 Ks, but the Yankees could squeak it out, guys. You never know. How many times you strike out 12, 13, 14, and you lose the game? Jonathan says, well, guys, it's better than Apple TV. That's true. Nothing's as bad as Apple TV. Not even the Yankee lineup. CT. Ken says, Crow is 5-4 or 6-4. He isn't unhittable. All right, CT, you want to go out there and try it? You want to go out and hit his fastball? I'd love to see you try.
Well, let's see. Juan Soto gets paid $311,000 a game. He didn't hit his fastball. I'll do it for $1.99 and give it a shot.
Wow. CT goes, let's brawl, Dino. I'm not going to brawl.
The long and short, Crochet is in the second year of being a starter. He's been a bullpen guy his entire career.
Right. And dominant, basically.
So he's not a real starter. I don't think he has longevity. If you look at his starts last year, he was 5 1/3 about average. All right, we can survive 5 innings against him and then get to that weak-ass bullpen of Boston. W's the W.
True.
Don't care about Crochet. He's just a pitcher. No different than Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver. How many times did we face Clemens and Pedro Martinez? They took their lumps off of us too, and those are fireballers in their time.
True. Scoreboard update, everyone. The Blue Jays have taken a 4-3 lead on the Minnesota Twins in the bottom of the 8th. The Blue Jays are starting to make a little bit of noise in the American League East. The Dodgers and Cardinals still nothing in the bottom of the eighth. Top two, the Phillies and the Pirates are 1-1. Texas Rangers get off to a fast start. They lead the Nationals 2-0. End of the first. So it seems like that the Blue Jays are now the end of the bottom of the eighth, so we're going to the top of the ninth. It looks like the Blue Jays are getting these wins at the end of each game now. So look out for the Blue Jays. The Yankees have to keep on winning, baby. Keep on winning. One of my favorite Yanks, he was very nice to me when I met him. I got some cards signed back in the late 90s. Who are you talking about, CT? The Moose? Okay. Oh, and by the way, yesterday, I don't know if where I heard it, but the Moose did not come in a trade, everyone. Mike Messina came to the Yankees on a free agent deal.
He's a free agent. He didn't get traded. He was a free agent.
Right. But I believe, I forgot what stream I heard it, and they were talking about it as if he was traded. He was not traded. He was definitely.
You know the interesting thing about Mussina? In all the years that he pitched, the only 20-game winning season he had was his last one.
Yes. Yep. I'll never forget that time when he was going for the 20. Joe Torre came out and he says, get back, go back in that dugout, leave me alone. I loved it. That's why I can't understand. I mean, I know Mike wanted to be with family, but he would be a great coach. He would be a very good manager. I really believe that. I really can, with his personality.
He's a bulldog. He's from PA, you know.
Yes.
I got a couple of friends that know him.
99 says it's about time Boone sandwich. Really? No, he's a good player. I know he's a very, very good player. We have there he is. He was frozen there for a minute, guys. I really believe that the Moose would make a great coach or a manager, pitching coach. I think he would be fantastic. I'm really surprised. Maybe he'd get fired.
Yep.
I don't know.
He is old school. He doesn't coddle people. He is upfront and brutally honest. That doesn't interpret into today's game. They want to pat your little fannies and tap you on the nose. Oh, you got a little ding on your elbow last night. Don't put you in the lineup because it might overwork your load.
Right. Well, hey, Jake, welcome to the broadcast. What the hell is Reyes doing in the lineup? I'll give that one to Ken.
Starting. He's starting. You got to have somebody play, especially if Volpe's not in the lineup. Everybody wants to get rid of Volpe. Don't Volpe, DFA Volpe. Well, this is the lineup that you're going to see is ones just like this.
Yep.
You got nobody in the system to bring up to take his spot. You got nobody on the bench to take his spot. This is what you have. So everybody wishing Volpe a happy day off. Congratulations. You got your wish. Now I just hope you like what you get with your wish.
Well, Lou, hey, Lou, how you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. Why didn't they call up Vivas? Well, what are you going to bring him up, lefty? You're going to bring him up to face 100-mile-an-hour fastballer? I don't think they're going to do that. If he was right-handed, there might have been cause for a possibility of calling him up.
Vivas isn't a shortstop.
Yeah. No, Vivas can stay his money down in Scranton. I guess 99 doesn't like Vivas too much. Jason, you gotta send someone down first. I thought they would, if anything, they would bring down Henrik and bring up a hitter. That's what I thought they'd probably do. But apparently, they looked over there, slim pickings, and they decided not to do it. Well, or they got a great report on Volpe that he, more than likely is going to play tomorrow. So why bring up a player for one game and then send them down? I mean, they do it a lot anyway, but I guess they thought the better of it. Let's hear what Boone has to say in his presser today. And, more than likely, I would say that Volpe would probably play tomorrow night. What are the pitchers tomorrow night, Ken? Do you know?
It is going to be Carlos Rodon versus their pitcher is 2-1. I can't remember what his name is.
All right.
He's a young pitcher.
I will check it out. We are the last game. Dobbins, 2-1, 4.06 ERA, and we have the one and only Carlos Rodon, 8-3 with a 2.49 ERA.
Yeah, his name is Hunter Dobbins.
Okay, Jake. I mean, it's hard to see them winning with this lineup, but I guess it's just one game today. I know, but you know what's scary? You say it's one game, but we gave away this game, we gave away that game, we give away that game, and then we wonder why. If by chance you lose, you let's say you lose American League East by one game, do you finally go back and look at all these games that they just basically gave away?
The simple math is if you win 2 out of every 3 games throughout the entire season, you know what your record is?
Yeah, I know. It's a damn good record.
You have 121 wins.
Right. Well, then
that's given up one game. That's given up one game in every 3, and you end up with 121 wins.
Well, Lou says nothing scary about the American League East. Well, I don't know about you, but I fear Toronto. I have a feeling that they're going to make a move, guys. I really do. And don't sleep on Tampa Bay either, because when you sleep on Tampa Bay, they sneak right back in there. They could lose the whole team, but somehow they find a way to drive the Yankees to drink. They do it every year. Every year. CT, okay, you're doing all right. How you doing? So they're talking to the chat. The wins count. I like to have home field advantage. Okay, Jason, that makes sense.
Last year, I wouldn't have wanted home field advantage. We stunk at home.
Right. CT says the Blue Jays are based on their pitching staying healthy. I don't see it. Well, there could be trades. Remember that. Lou says home field, Jason. You're asking for way too much. Way too much. All right. Well, I would think right now the Detroit Tigers are going to have the best record in the American League. Unless
you know what? The Tigers haven't faced adversity. You'll see what the Tigers are made of if they take an injury or something. Their season is pretty much lined up on the rails, perfectly run. Fine. No team lasts that long.
I agree, but on the CT's asking, can both of us? You think the Jays are going to be in the market for a big trade?
No.
And why not? Why don't you think that?
Because they spent a lot of duckies on Vlad Guerrero Jr. The other linchpin in their lineup is Bichette.
Okay.
Think they're going to try to work a deal with Bichette also. Bichette's actually having a pretty decent season. Their outfield is decent. They've got arms in their rotation.
Okay.
So
Jason says I'm a Yankee fan through and through. I want it all. Hey, Real Bill, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? How you
Jason,
feeling?
Aren't you going to be watching WWE tonight, Vice the play-by-play, since the Yankees have no chance of winning?
Oh my God!
Bunch of freaking sissies.
Oh, okay. Let's get the show on the road. Yeah, Real Bill. Let's get it on the road. Where are you, man?
Real Bill hadn't been showing up to visit me.
She hasn't been showing up visiting me either. And we love him. What's the story with you, Real Bill? Are you still eating all that stuff in the night and getting a tummy ache? What's up? Now, glad to see you here, Real Bill. Thank you so much for joining.
He's probably recovering from bologna sandwich and potato salad overload.
Oh God! That's just as bad as what were we saying? Well, no, the apple pie and the Big Mac from Jason 161. It's actually pretty good. Oh, here comes Real Bill's complaint. Here we go. I was without no internet, and he's laughing. Sure, that's the way. When you don't come on our channels, that's how you get out of it, Real Bill. And you want me to keep that on tonight? You want the Yankees to win tonight? Well, I'll tell you what. If
you're going to be watching WWE,
I'll keep it on.
You're going to be watching WWE tonight, not the Yankee games. What's the difference if the damn lamp is on?
I have to watch WWE, but I have to watch the Yankees also.
No, you choose to watch the Yankees because you have your turnbuckle show tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
And that's a necessity. Huh?
Oh, of course I'm watching them both. What are you, nuts? I wouldn't be forget. I'd be going nuts if I have the Yankee game off. Real Bill, I don't eat bologna. I eat filet mignon. You hear that, Ken?
Yep. You don't eat mortadella?
Mortadella.
You don't eat that?
It doesn't look like he's going to answer. He might be. Oh, here we go. If the Yankees don't win, it will be a flood of all tears flowing from New York. Ken and me will be drowned. We'll drown. What'd you do to Real Bill, man? You and that baloney.
Hey, he kept loading up on the bologna sandwiches during one of my play-by-plays.
Ooh, Real Bill, you got caught. You got caught. Dev Finch says, Bill, I saw you on NFE's live stream yesterday. Naughty boy. Uh-oh. See? That's it. Yankees are going to lose tonight. That lamp is going to close. You hear me? Close. And you got Bill to blame. You heard that, Ken, right?
You know what, Joe? I got you to blame.
Me to blame?
Yep. Who's been talking about all this Saturday curse stuff?
But it's the truth. No, I didn't say Saturday. I said Friday, Wednesday. Wednesday nights are the days that they lose all the time.
No, you say prime nights we lose, Saturdays we lose.
All right. Okay, you're right.
No, yeah, I know I'm right.
On, Sean. Nope. I got to teach a lesson here. I am logged in on NFE and Aces streams right now. Go check. Okay. But they're not even on. Are they on now? Why would they be on now?
They have their room set up. There's like a contest to be the first one in the room. And Real Bill has been in Aces first, I don't know how many days in a row.
And here I've been catering to Real Bill, and we're nothing but we're the cleanup hitters. We're not first. We're not second. We're not third. We're not. Well, we might be third and fourth, Ken. This is the respect we get, man. Oh man. CT says, Real Bill has been caught. Ha 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 ha. Well, Real Bill, I bet you everybody's going to go to DraftKings and bet the Red Sox tonight, because that lamp is coming off right before I close the stream. And CT, Let's all blame Real Bill. Real Bill, it's your fault. Real Bill, it's your fault. Real Bill, it's your fault. Do you hear me? Real Bill, it's your fault. Yankees not going to win tonight. Lamp off. Go to DraftKings and make some money, baby. Make some money. Real Bill, I love you guys too much to cheat on. Bill,
Yeah.
it's all at
Checks in the mail.
Yeah, the check is
No,
in the
really.
mail, baby.
It's only my pinky.
There you go. Real Bill, you know we love you. Come on. This is all in fun. We want you to smile a little bit. And I know you're getting better, and you know that we pray for you every day. And we love to have fun. If we can't have fun in this life, then really, what do we have? What do we have? We have bills, and we have bills. Real Bill with another one. I didn't get the final score of the game last night until 4 a.m. I couldn't believe Boston scored 6 runs. Yeah, but Bill, we won the game. Who cares? Who cares? As long as we win, that's what counts. I don't care if they got 20 runs. As long as we got 21, I'm happy. Bill, I took my pup out when it was 7-0. I came back and I said, "What the heck?" and laughing out loud. So, yeah, you listen. It happens. And Bill, I'm really only joking. I will leave the lamp on. I will leave the neon on. Heck, I'll even leave Yankees. I'll put Yankee Stadium on too. We need all the help we can get tonight. Cross your fingers, cross your feet, cross your head, cross your ears. We need a lot of help tonight. CT says I better leave that lamp on. Come on, Joe. Boston or ham and eggers. You think that's right, Ken? You think the Red Sox are ham and eggers?
Don't care what the record is. They always play us tight.
You're right. No question, but no question about that. Let's see.
And once again, it'll be tight tonight. It'll come down to 7, 8, 9. That's when the game is going to be made.
Wow. We're in the bottom of the ninth, guys, and the Blue Jays now lead the Twins 5-4. Bottom of the ninth. The Cardinals 1-0 over the Dodgers, top of the ninth, but the Dodgers, though, have first and third and 1 out. The Phillies 1-1, bottom third. Atlanta 0-0 Giants. Miami and Tampa Bay, bottom 2. The Rays have a man on third and 1 out. The White Sox 2-1 over the Royals and the 2. The Astros and the Guardians 0-0 bottom 2, and bottom top of the second, Cincinnati 5 and the Diamondbacks 1. So those are your right scores right now.
Here's one for you. It's from Jim Mitchlock of Pod Off Game. Thurman Munson was born this day in 1947. 1976 AL MVP.
Right.
302 batting average, 17 home runs, 105 RBIs. 2-time World Series champion, 3-time Gold Glove winner, 7-time All-Star, 1,558 hits, 113 home runs, 701 RBIs, 292 hitter with an OPS of 116 plus, 373 batting average in the World Series, 16 games. Does he belong in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. I don't even venture a hesitation there. One of the greatest catchers that played with one freaking leg. One leg. Played hurt all the time. That guy was so beat up, you had to feel sorry for him. And folks, it's a shame I know you're young. Most of you are young in the chat here and everything, but to watch Thurman Munson, that is a player. Yep, that is Thurman with a beard.
Well,
Before,
that's what I was about to say. That was 76.
yep.
And George was the owner, and the Yankees had beards back then.
Well, no, yes and no. That was before spring training. I remember when that came out.
Yeah.
I have that card actually. I have that card. Jason, I say it's because he passed while he was still playing, right? Yes. Yes. They had just finished the game with the White Sox, and they were headed back to Yankee Stadium. He went on ahead with a plane, and he almost had Bobby Mercer and Lou Piniella with them. And Bobby had a prior commitment, and Piniella was going with his wife Anita. They were going. They were visiting some people, and he didn't want to disappoint his wife, so he couldn't go. So Thurman just said, "Okay, I'll just go on my own." And yeah, he really went on his own, guys. It was one of the saddest days as a Yankee fan, as one of my idols. It was just a devastating day that we never want to experience again. Never. Sean Browning, yes, if Gary Carter is in the Hall, Munson belongs in the Hall image if he didn't die in a plane crash. Listen, Thurman Munson had nothing else to prove. And if these people that are voting would only know the sacrifices that this man played under stress, with all the injuries, his arm, his legs, his thighs. It was unbelievable. He was in the trainer's room hours and hours and hours. Kudos to the trainers. They did some job with him. Real Bill, I told you guys that when I signed with the Yankees, Mr. Steinbrenner brought him to catch me. Wow, that's incredible. I know he was a little hard-nosed bulldog. I know that. I met him once, actually twice, and even I was just in awe. It was so funny. It was easy to talk to Reggie Jackson, who was a you-know-what to the media most of the time, than Thurman. Thurman was you just look at him and you were like, oh boy. But he was a sweetheart. He was one of the nicest guys, and he stood up to the boss. He stood up to the boss all the time. And it looked like, Thurman just looked like a pug, Pugsley. But he was, listen, if you tell me clutch hitting between Bench, Carter, and Munson, I'm sorry, I'm going with Munson. I'm just talking pure hitter now. I'm not talking catching. We know Johnny Bench was the best defensive catcher I've ever seen. But
I don't think Thurman Munson would have stayed his career as a Yankee.
Well, he almost got traded. He was dying. He asked to be traded to Cleveland, and George flat out said, "Over my dead body, you are not going anywhere. I'll give you anything you want." That's why he gave him the freedom to fly that plane. Otherwise, that's the only reason why he had it, because George was against it. But, there's a written rule for everyone. Mr. Steinbrenner still gave me a bonus. He bought me a house. He brought me a house and a car. I love that man more than my own father. Well, that's great. Real Bill, you got to come on one day, and it would be great to hear the stories that you have, Bill. What year are we talking about anyway? What year was this all done? And where were you drafted? How did the Yankees get you?
That's be between 72 and 79.
Right. Mr. Steinbrenner gave me a bonus. He brought. Oh yeah, okay. I was just reading that. I'm sorry. Ray Negron on a podcast that spoke very highly about Munson. Yes. Yeah. No, listen. Munson was a hard-nosed player, and Reggie dissed him a little bit. The straw that stirs the drink. He's the straw, but Jackson was the one that made everything happen. He was the end piece in 1977. Everyone, 1976 was the new Yankee Stadium that was rebuilt, and Munson and Piniella and Mickey Rivers and Nettles and Chambliss brought them in. But the next year was
Randolph.
And Randolph. But there was one thing that was really missing on that team was a big clutch, a big hitter, fearful in the lineup. And that's why the Yankees went out and they signed Reggie Jackson. And everybody and its mother knew that Reggie was going to be a Yankee. There's no question about it. But Bill, in honesty, it would be a pleasure to have you on and talk about all the experiences. It must be what an experience. I think you wouldn't trade for anything in the world. And I would love to interview you. Jason, he cried when he spoke about the boss. Oh yeah, definitely. Ray Negron. Now, did anybody ever see the Ray Negron story? If you haven't, I think it's on either Peacock has it, or one of them has it, or go on YouTube. YouTube would probably have it. That's an incredible story, guys, and one that is for the books with George Steinbrenner. But I don't want to spoil it. If you get a chance, go look at it. It's a great story. It really, really is. George never got credit for things he did off the field, but I saw it with my own eyes. When he thought somebody was slacking off, even in the unions or whatever, he rolled up his sleeves. He went to take the garbage can at a Yankee Stadium, and he brought the people with him. He says, "This is how you got to do it." He says, "If I can do it, you can do it."
Hi, Celia. Yes.
What was that?
Celia, hi. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Celia. How you doing? How's it going? Hi, everyone. Sorry to change the subject, but did you all see the lineup for tonight? Yeah, we've done that. We saw that, and we're not happy. At least I'm not happy about it. But
and Kent said, everyone go watch WWE. I'll be doing the play-by-play.
Oh, my God. I said one thing, and right away he gets the, always me.
Oh, I'm not boo-hooing about me. I don't give a damn what y'all do. I'm going to watch the game, and I'm calling it. Anyone who has the nuts to hang in, come listen to a good call play game. If you don't, go watch WWE and watch fake wrestling.
Hey, it's not fake. It's entertainment. It's one thing that you can watch for 3 hours and not get nervous about. And
I was watching the movie Highlander yesterday, and it had been a number of years. Do you remember that movie?
A little bit, honestly, I don't.
The beginning of the movie starts out at a wrestling event.
Oh.
They've got Freebird in there. They've got some of the big 3-on-3 tag team matches that was very famous back in that time frame.
That means it was a good movie.
Well, I thought it was a good movie anyhow. It didn't have jack to do with wrestling.
I know. I'm just teasing. Jason. Oh, I love Highlander. It's my favorite show. Okay. But yeah, we did see the lineup, and it's not great. But we got to deal with it, guys. The Yankees dealt this to themselves. They dealt this to themselves. So, what are you going to do? Well, finally.
Why is Reyes playing in front of Jazz? Because Jazz has a very, very low batting average hitting left-handed pitchers, and he strikes out almost 2-to-1 hit to strikeouts. His numbers are ridiculous. He's horrible. Worse than Dominguez.
We got a final, everyone. Not great news for Yankee fans. The Blue Jays again won, so the Yankees are forced to win. Otherwise, it'll be down to 4.5. They just beat the Twins 5-4, and also the Cubs just defeated the Tigers 6-1. That is your update on the scoreboard at this point. Oh, Tampa Bay Rays 4-0 at the end of one against the Marlins. I'm telling you, they just never get out of Steinbrenner Field. They keep going that, they're going to win the division. Duncan Connor McLeod. Oh, yeah, from the show. Love it. I have Ken on my phone. I got my internet on my phone turned back on. My home internet is still going off. Mountain living is tough. Well, you got Ken on your phone. What am I, chopped liver? I'm chopped liver then for post game. I am chopped liver.
Your post game comes on after my show.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My post game, obviously, the game's got to end before I go on, right?
So when the game ends, I won't be on his phone. You can be on his phone.
I am Highlander. I can time travel, Joe. Do you want to know who wins the matches tonight? I have a pretty good idea who's going to win tonight.
Well, Bill, it's all fake anyhow, so it's pre-scripted. They already know who wins.
Oh, my God. I'm on the phone now, Joe. Go ahead. You want to give your results? Go right ahead. And believe me, the WWE always has a surprise. When you really think what's going to happen, they change the script.
Sort of like soap operas.
Yep, without a doubt.
Except you have people kicking the crap out of each other, pretend-wise.
Oh, they get hurt. Don't kid yourself.
Listen. Oh, you fake kicked me in the crotch. I think I'm going to go down to a knee.
Oh, God.
Or the mighty souffle as they've got him up in the air, and you see the leg bend, and it takes impact on the leg as opposed to the back.
You don't think that they get hurt, Ken?
Yeah, when they screw up, they get hurt. Normally scripted, no, I don't think they get hurt.
Oh, my God. You know, guys, we got to take this guy to a wrestling match.
Trust me, I've been thrown out of more wrestling matches drunk than you could shake a stick at.
Real goes the poke of the eyes. Oh, boy. And also,
and then I always loved the balsa wood chair smacks when they're beating them with a chair that shatters into a gazillion pieces. You ever been hit with a wooden chair before?
No.
They don't come apart like that. I can tell you without a doubt.
Oh yeah, you mean that they break it? They know where it is. No, you know what I like sometimes when the guy has the chair and he's ready to hit the guy and he's like getting ready to get hit, and that's if you see it in slow motion, it's incredible. And then if you see it in slow motion, sometimes they don't even come close to hitting on the chair. They hit they know exactly when they're doing it. They hit the side of the like the back, and it looks so good in real form, but it doesn't look good. It looks really real. The other way. I broke up a few fights in my day. I'm a lover, not a fighter. All right, Bill. There you go. Jason, getting slammed on a pile of thumbtacks isn't fake. That's true.
Thumbtacks isn't fatal either.
No, but that hurts. Come on, you got that in your back. You got hundreds of thumbtacks that they body slam you on.
You're getting paid $50K. You're getting paid $50K a match. You don't think you can take some thumbtacks in the butt?
I don't know about $50K a match, but yeah, they do get paid pretty well. Jason, some wrestlers do some stupid shit because of the fact that it draws money. Remember in the ring when it's a boring match, either the referee is going to give some type of signal like rev it up a little bit, guys. Otherwise, you're out of here, or we, go to commercial or something. So they go with the crowd. If they keep, if they're doing something where they body slam you on the announcer's table, of course the fans are going to go nuts. So they're going to keep that out of the ring. They're going to have a lot of fun. Fun. I mean, of course there was Mankind. That Mankind did it wasn't making much. Right at the end, he started making a lot of money. As a matter of fact, Mankind made a lot of money writing children's books. That's what kept him going. But the wrestling, he made money. He said it. The last 3 years, really, of his career, that's what set him up for his family. But all those years in what was that? With Paul, what was that wrestling organization that they were always killing each other? Not AEW. Dev Finch. What was the wrestling corporation Paul Heyman had? ECW, where they threw fire in your eyes. They put you on fire. They body slammed you on gasoline. I mean, they were nuts. Thank you, Jason. ECW, yes, and that federation. But they did it in the Philadelphia arena, where now AEW are doing some live shows. It's a classic arena, and
you're doing your turnbuckle talk. Are you doing the Lucha Libre stuff?
We'll probably tell the events on it. Yes. That also is going to be a pay-per-view. I guess I believe that starts now, if I'm not mistaken. Dev Joe, remember Gorilla Monsoon against Bobo Brazil? Of course.
Coconut.
The Coconut, Bobo Brazil, he wrestled till he was 78 years old. Gorilla Monsoon.
that Bobo Brazil is from the St. Thomas Virgin Islands, and he's cousins to part of my dad's family when he was alive.
Really?
Yeah.
It was always said that Bobo, they never really put a title on him. He was a showstopper, man. He was fun. He was fun to watch. But Gorilla Monsoon, as a bad guy, that was one guy Bruno said, man, he was a tough SOB boy. And he was happy that he turned good and not a villain. Bruno at 400, what was it? He was like 445 at his peak, and Bruno picked him up with one hand, just like he did Haystacks Calhoun, who was 601 pounds. And Bruno just lifted him like it was yesterday's newspaper. I mean, that was really, really incredible. Hey, Bill, Dev Finch has a question. Hey, Bill, I'm into wrestling since WWE in 1994. How far do you go back?
1812.
Oh, wow. Real Bill says, Roderick Toombs was my cousin on my mother's side of the family. We had the same grandmother. Oh, wow. Wow. Listen, it's a big world, but it really is a small world. Real Bill said, he said this, Mick Foley lost his ear getting caught between the ropes. Yes, he did. And what about Big Van Vader that lost his eye? His eye popped out. Is that disgusting? In a match, they had to stop the match and look for the eye. I mean, that was, and they sewed it back in. I don't know what they did, but he was okay again. But could you imagine those poor people in the front and knowing that the referee had to stop the match because they had to find the eye? That's incredible. That just hearing about that, my stomach turns. But let's get back to the New York Yankees, everyone, before I get sick.
Time for grapes.
What?
It's time for grapes.
Grapes?
Yep. Eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So, who's going to be the star of the game tonight, folks? Let me know in the chat. Is it going to be Judge? Is it going to be Paul G? Cody?
Nope.
Who do you think? Who do you think, guys?
Ryan Yarbrough is going to be the star of the game.
Whoa, Ryan Yarbrough. Okay. All right. So, how do you feel he's going to? How many innings? What do you think?
I don't think Devers gets a hit off of Yarbrough.
Okay. That's cool. I like that. So you think he's going to go, what, 5, 6 innings?
I think he takes 6.
6? Any strikeouts?
6. 5 strikeouts, no walks, no runs.
And your hitting star of the game is?
Let's see. Right-handed hit. It's going to be called Paul Goldschmidt.
Okay. That sounds good. All right, Paul G. Sean Browning says, let's see, what does he say? Judge, Rice, Yarborough, and Goldie. Yaya is going to make them whiff a lot. Okay, cool. Celia goes, not trying to be negative, but I don't think that they're going to be able to hit this guy with the lineup that they have out. What would you like to see, Celia? I mean, in all honesty, with what the Yankees have on the bench and everything at this time, what would you like to see? I mean, you can't have Volpe in there. You want to rest him, and hopefully it's only a 1 or 2 game deal. Give me a better lineup. There's not much better, and that's the Yankees' fault for having a very, very poor bench. It finally came back here to haunt them a little bit. Sean Browning, 6 innings plus, 4 hits, 1 run, 7 Ks, 2 walks. And he also predicts that Davis is going to go 0 for 4. Okay, I'll take those numbers, definitely, no questions asked. But I'm going to go Yarborough 5 innings today, maybe 5 1/3. I'm going to say 1 run, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, maybe 2 walks, and then it's going to be bullpen by committee. That's the way I see it. The big gun is going to be Paul G. I think he's going to hit an opposite field home run tonight. He's going to go with the pitch to right field. He's going to have 2 hits, a homer, and I think a double. Also, I think Aaron Judge is going to put one in the left field stands. So Judge and Paul G are my and an outside pick. I'm gonna go with believe it or not, Dominguez with the right.
Volpe coming in pinch hitting for the home run.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Anthony Volpe comes up as a pinch hitter in the 9th inning on a tie game that's 1-1, and he wins the game with a home run. How's that? How's that for a little Hollywood script? That would be cool, you know? Yeah, I mean, I guess they don't have another choice, especially if Jazz can barely hit these types of pitches. You're right about that, guys. You're right. So, all right. So do we all feel the Yankees are going to win tonight? Ken?
Well, I'll bet you it's 20-80, and I'm in the 20.
20-80. Okay. Celia goes, Paul G goes 0 for 3 with 2 Ks against Crochet, but it's a small that's what he's done. It's a small sample, so hopefully he gets a couple of hits. I think he will, Lou. I think he will. Let's see. Look, the lamp's going to be on. The neon's going to be on. Ken is going to be doing the play-by-play. So we have a lot. We have, when it says 3 strikes and you're out? Well, this is 3 strikes to win. So listen, everything looks not too good on paper, but you still have to play the game. and that's what we're going to do. Hopefully, well, the weather is a little bit better. We did have some rain, and now it's sunny out in New York City. Lou says Yankees got this in the bag. Wow, I wish I was that confident, Lou. That's great. Thank you. That's something to take out. So before the game, everyone, are we all having dinner? We're going out, having some fun. Anybody in the Bronx area tonight before the Yankee game? Actually, it's probably over, but you can still get some really good food. They do have a very, very big soccer event going on with Albania playing a very, very big game qualifying round for the World Cup. And there's thousands of people that are going to be in the street. And when you go to Arthur Avenue right before the Yankee game, you could have a real good time. Probably the game just ended. Actually, I promoted that with with Jeff yesterday morning on my morning show, and he was going with his family. He says it's a great time, and the food. If you don't know, Arthur Avenue has the greatest Italian food that you'll get. To me, it's even better than Little Italy. So if you're anywhere near the area, guys, and you're going to tonight's New York Yankee game, why don't you stop there, get some good eats, and then go see, hopefully, the Yankees beat the Red Sox tonight. So that's a great idea. Hey, listen, again, anything could happen. We'll take it from there. Kudos to Yarborough. He gives us a chance. He's been in every game. He looks like nothing bothers this guy, and we love it. And he's got cold veins, baby, and that's what we need. So, well, you know what? We are getting it's still a couple hours to game time, but at least Ken could get ready. Maybe he gets some eats before he's ready to take on the play-by-play. Right after Ken calls a great game, please, at the last out, come back to NY Yankee Mania, and we'll dissect the game, and we'll talk about tomorrow night's stream that Ken and I will do on NY Yankee Mania, the ESPN game. So final thoughts, Ken, before we end the stream?
It'll be another tight game, and I think the Yankees are going to come out on top with the Series 1 tonight.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay. Do you end with your famous, what do you end with?
Let's go Yankees.
All right. Real Bill says, I don't know about wrestling tomorrow. I'm making bologna. Oh, my God. You got to come to the stream, Real Bill. Go to Turnbuckle Talk right now and subscribe. It's for free. And take a look at some of the video there. I think you'll be happy. It's a lot of fun. And then maybe you'll come on one day and we'll talk old time wrestling. And it'll be a lot of fun. So looking forward to it. Jonathan saying Arenado walked it off against the Dodgers. Great. Thank you, Jonathan. Always good news every time the Dodgers lose a game.
Well, that's 2 in a row that the Cardinals have taken from the Dodgers.
John the Beagle, Dad, how you doing? Says, Ken, you look very tired. What's up?
Had a rough night last night, but I'm all right.
Okay.
I'll be there for the game.
Gotcha. Real Bill says, Turnbuckle Talk, laughing. Okay. We'll go to it. I think you'll enjoy it tomorrow. Oh, I'll be there. Thank you, Real Bill. I really appreciate that. Smash that like button and for the to subscribe. You're gonna, the show. I don't know if you know it is geared right now for not only the wrestlers but the young people of wrestling, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to hear the perspective. My co-host TJ is a very young man. He's a fantastic creator. He does some incredible work. on the internet and all, and he has a nice following. He has almost 500 subscribers on his channel, which they talk about all kinds of big video games and how to fix things and ride things. Hey, look who showed up as I'm leaving. Mr. Gold, the Daddy and the Pizza. Oh, how you doing, big guy? Hey, Joe and Ken, I think runs are going to be hard to come by with Crochet pitching tonight. I hope I'm wrong. Well, we discussed it, and I don't know, Ken. You want to say a couple of things to Cold Italian Pizza before we go?
Runs may be hard to come by through the first 5 innings because after that, Crochet is going to be cooked, and the Yankees will be hitting off their weak bullpen.
Well, what's your famous line? Let him pitch, let him throw, let him throw, let him throw. Jonathan says, pay attention to the Rays game happening now. Okay. Anything spectacular we have to know about? Like I said, I know they have to play all their home games now, but I'm getting really tired of them never going on the road. When they go on the road, they're going to get a smacking. I mean, this is ridiculous. They're playing all these games in that one stadium. I never heard of such a thing. Well, you know what? Well, if it's good for one, then it should be good for everybody. It's not really right, but let them get their wins out of the way now, and then we'll put a hurting on them, hopefully. But Cold Italian Pizza, thank you for joining the stream. Want to let everybody know, remember, right after this, 7:30, Ken, go to The Ugly Truth, his channel, who's going to be calling the play-by-play. Right after that, as the final out happens, please come back to NY Yankee Mania as we'll do a post-game show. And then that will lead us into tomorrow morning's coffee, bagels, pancakes, French toast, and Yankee Talk and Stream Talk before the unveiling of Turnbuckle Talk on YouTube. That's debuting at 1 p.m. So, again, I know Ken said his goodbyes. I just want to thank everybody for being here. Smash that like button, please. Very important to the content. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for 1 or 2 new subscribers this morning. I really appreciate it. And we will definitely see you tonight after the game. Ken, call a great game. And as I promised, I will leave the lamp on and the neon light on so the Yankees will get some luck, because that's what they're going to need, especially the beginning of the game. So without any further ado, everyone, enjoy your Saturday. Maybe you have a nice dinner, maybe a barbecue with your family. Enjoy it. And we will see you later. And as I always say, God bless all of you, all the content creators that are doing a great job, all of us, to the family. But most important, God bless America. Good night, everyone. We will see you at first see Ken, and then come and see me right after the game. Thanks, everyone. Let's go, Yankees.